trailers, wrestling, sci-fi, fantasy, video games, Comic Cons. You're listening to Pop Cultured with Silver Screen Sheen and team. Here's Silver Screen Sheen.
Good evening. Welcome to Pop Culture right here on News Talk 1290 CJBK. I'm your host, Silver Screen Sheen, with my team of pop culture experts. This week, of course, as every week, is Neil Temple of Doom, my co-host.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? Ready for another episode of Pop Culture?
I am, and with her third appearance, it's Tammy Zombie Bait Heisel.
We're going with that, right?
Yes, we're running with it.
I made shirts and everything, so.
Oh, trademark.
I did
There we
it.
go.
I did it.
You beat me to it. All right. So she is back for her third appearance, as I said, and she's from FANatics Online, and she's got awesome videos up and running as we speak.
Thanks.
And you can find her on YouTube and at fanaticsonline.rocks. And she just added a whole bunch. I watched it. You know what? I subscribe. So you know, as soon as something pops up, boop, I watch it.
Thanks.
Yep. That's,
I feel like I should give
Support
you a prize.
local.
Yay, local.
Support local. But I mean, your stuff is good. You know, it's not local. It's like global. It's that good. It's,
Ooh.
you know, it's good
I like
stuff.
it.
It's
Thank
pro
you.
Good
stars.
stuff. It is very entertaining. So thanks for joining us again.
Thank you for
And of
having me.
course, you will let everybody know in just a bit about your experience at YetiCon.
Yes.
And we got some news about the London Comic Con.
Yes, we
and
did.
also kind of other things. You got some also a special announcement as well. So we'll get to that, and we've also going to talk about what's new on Blu-ray, and we've got a special guest coming in as well later on in the show from Digital Extremes, one of the producers of the world-famous game Warframe, and she's Rebecca Ford is her name. She's coming in, and she's going to talk about TennoCon 2017. So that's pretty cool, and I'm really looking forward to that. And of course, joining her as well, who she hasn't been on the show for a while, Nerdy Ness is joining her as well. So it's
She's got a cool name.
I want.
Yeah.
This has been labeled the Girl Power episode,
I like it.
where the
Congratulations,
women,
Neil.
the women outnumber the men in this episode.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty cool.
That's
It wasn't done on purpose, but I ain't complaining, because you know what?
Me neither.
That's how things have changed since I was little. The girls never were interested in this stuff. Now I've got 3 of them on the show tonight. Haha, lucky me. All right. So let's just get into you know, what we all love, and that is an edit.
Love edits.
I love edits too.
Yes.
There we go. And
Conversation.
so, Zombie Bait,
Mm-hmm.
you experienced the YetiCon, the second, or no, is it
Second
second
year.
second annual YetiCon?
Yes.
Go, because
Oh
that's all
my
I
gosh.
know.
Okay, so it was my first year, and I only went up for Saturday. Clearly, I could have gone Friday through Sunday. There's so much to do there because it's at Blue Mountain Resort. The organizers are incredible. They're just super, super nice. They told me they had over 500 people,
Wow.
which is funny because the people who go, they all go in cosplay, and then they change like 10 times, right? So you don't know how many people are who's there, right? But it's such an incredible crowd. Now, the funny thing is, it's also open to their regular tourists.
Yeah.
So you've got your con
Your
goers,
retirees
and then you've got those guys looking at us going, what is happening over there? Now, for the most part, it was
Shooting a
like, can I
movie?
take your picture, you know, and
Oh,
that
I'm
was
sure
fine.
it must be entertaining to people.
You know, you get the odd person who just kind of okay. But you know, but the because it's at this resort, they've got pool parties and zip lining and gondola rides and hikes through the mountains. It is unbelievable.
I've never been there, so I just from
Me either.
the video that you posted on your YouTube page there.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. So I got the gist of it from there. I'm like, wow, it's really nice. Although
It's
you know
amazing.
the weather was being weird, but
There were
it wasn't
tornado
for the whole
watches.
the whole weekend. I don't think it was. It was kind of just a spotty off and on, right?
I think so. When we were there on the Saturday, it was kind of dark at times,
Yeah.
and then it did rain at one point. But the organizers were unbelievable. It was like, oh, we have to cancel the pool party because there's lightning. It's
Yeah.
out of their hands. It's not like they had any control.
That would be a party foul.
You know,
Big
But
party
then-
foul, lightning.
yeah, let's get out of the pool now. But they were so good about it. It was like, okay, so your pass, which is maybe only valid from this time to go ziplining, for example, now you have all day tomorrow.
Nice.
And a lot of people were there for the entire weekend. They have exhibitors. They've got Game On Entertainment was there with tons of video games. And, you know, and then there were other cons advertising there as well. But they had events. They had comedy shows. They had burlesque nerd shows,
Ooh.
which I didn't get to see because
Oh,
I
that's
you
pretty
know,
cool, though.
it
You
was
don't really
really
hear that
cool.
much.
I've seen it before. Like, I mean, I've heard of it. I haven't actually watched a show because it's just the timing of it, right? One of my friends is in this fan fiction group, and they do stand-up comedy,
Oh.
and it went really well for them. People
So
love that
overnight
stuff.
is recommended for that.
Oh yeah. If
It's
you
not.
Can,
Don't do what you did.
I mean, well, from London, it's still a good 3-hour drive too, right?
That's exactly it. That's
so you know, it was a lot
quarter
of driving.
of a day of driving.
It was beautiful. It was all country roads
Yeah,
and like,
fair
oh,
enough,
you
yeah.
know, there's a horse and carriage and. But
What was it, Amish country?
yes.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. I'm like, oh, this is. It was.
Did you,
know.
did you say hi to Hezekiah?
I did. I waved. I
In
don't know.
Amish
like,
paradise.
I have a feeling they're not listening to this show right now.
I don't
so
think so.
It's
I
kind of
don't-
like one of the last, you know, you still like.
you could say something.
Yeah, say
Not
something.
if they're
No,
truly
it was-
Amish. No.
Yeah.
It was very cool, though. I mean,
I'm sure
you
they're
know,
all nice people.
They seemed like there were signs like "Get out of the way" if you see a horse.
Yeah,
I'm
oh,
like,
yeah,
well,
yeah.
duh. But yes, I will. Right.
Yep.
So, but it was a great con. The weather, even when it was raining on the Sunday, you'll see videos and people were just out dancing in the rain.
Cool.
Right. So it was a fun experience.
And people were still cosplaying it up.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Even-
and they
wow.
had bathing suit versions of whatever cosplay, like, right? And they were
Nice.
walking around like I saw Deadpool and his, you know, with his little inflatable
With his banana
duck
hammock? No?
And
Oh,
no,
yes.
no, not that kind of show. Well, at least I didn't see that.
Good.
But yeah, it was a great experience. I would definitely look into going back next year. They sell out as far as rentals there, so if you want to stay in Blue Mountain, like you have to book that in advance.
Ah.
That's the only thing you have to know.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And so you say you recommend definitely if someone's like, hey, should I go? You say yes.
I would say yes. I mean,
But go overnight, book early.
yeah, go. It seemed to be the kind of con that you go with your friends, a group of people.
It's
you
almost
know,
like a party.
It was a party. That's exactly. They had anime under the stars. Like they had
yeah,
watching
yeah.
a movie. Well, except it rained, so I think they brought it inside. But still, you know, they've got the village there. Just in general, they have a bar. They have restaurants. They had beaver tails, which I didn't get. Oh, I was so disappointed. I
Oh,
saw
they're
the
good.
sign. I know.
That's some good stuff. I remember having that for the first time in Ottawa.
Oh,
Yeah, on the Rideau Canal.
Well, yeah, except you know what? Even though I lived there, I never went on skated on the Rideau Canal. I got the beaver tail, but I never did the skating. I
when
know.
I was in Toronto, I
deprive
went up
yourself.
to the CN Tower maybe once in my life.
Yeah, I went because it was free.
I think that's.
I had to do it. I'm not
Yeah.
kidding you. I had
did
to
a job.
deliver something,
Yeah.
and they
Ah.
and there. So obviously there's a cargo elevator as well, and they're like, so do you want us to send this up, or did you want to go up? I'm like, so it doesn't cost me anything to go to the. Okay, I'm going up, man. This is a free trip up to the top. All right, so I made the most of it. I walked on the glass floor, went out
Oh
on
yeah,
the balcony,
that's not
and
for me. Nope.
no,
Nope.
oh yeah, my stomach was like
Oh, no.
in my throat when that happened. That was not. Whereas I did it as a kid, and I'm doing the stupid
Oh.
jumping around on it.
Nope.
As an adult, when I walked on that, I just went. "Ugh."
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my
you can go on
god.
the outside of it too, right?
That yeah, I did
Yeah.
do that. I
Oh,
did.
what?
Yeah, it was not too bad. It was like going out on somebody's balcony. It wasn't a big deal. It was the glass floor that really kind of had me a little, yeah. No, I'm not afraid of heights like that. I'm afraid of walking on glass floors, though. I'll tell you that much. That was
It's not for me.
that didn't transcend well from childhood to adulthood.
No.
I was definitely a lot cooler with that when I was 5.
Yeah, I guess so.
Look, I'm laying down. I'm gonna stomp.
Oh, nope.
Yeah, no.
Nope.
Wrong.
Love
All
that.
right, so we got also the London Comic-Con coming up October 13th to 15th. There's been some new announcements that we haven't really mentioned on the show, of course, on the Facebook fan page, on your Facebook fan page, all that stuff. We've posted it, but we've got this Lisa Loring who played Wednesday Addams from the Addams family. She'll be there all 3 days. And Kenny Johnson, who's best known from The Shield and also Bates Motel. He was like the guy at the beginning of Blade that went to the blood rave and all that. He was the one human around all the... Anyway, you know him if you see him. And, of course, he was also in Sons of Anarchy. They always got to have a Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah,
it seems like every... That's
And they're
perfect.
always really nice, too.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
And Robert Mallet, who's a very tall actor and ex-wrestler from Quebec, actually. Either Quebec or France. I'm pretty sure he's from Quebec. I don't know. He's French anyway.
He's Canadian,
Mallet.
at least. I know that.
Yeah, so he's French-Canadian. So there we go. He was in Pacific Rim. He was in Sherlock Holmes. He was in
300.
300. And he also was Kurgan from WWE. So, yeah. And also... Tammy, who's the newest addition to the list of guests?
Well, it's the Degrassi crew, which is really cool. So Joey, Snake, Caitlin, and Tessa
Sweet.
are all going. Now, Pat was there last year,
Yep.
and that's where I met him, and he's great. And now he's touring with this group, and every now and again you'll see him with somebody else, but this is going to be big. This is going to be a great, great time. And I spoke to him this morning, and he said, we are, to quote, we are a fun bunch and really take time with our Degrassi fans. It will be an experience you'll remember for a long time. Plus, we take the best selfies. And that's very true.
Nice.
They have a good time. They have, people come in their Zit Remedy shirts, and
I do want to
You
get
have
a
to.
Zit Remedy shirt. Every time
they
I see
make
them,
them.
yeah.
They make them. Like, people come in wearing this stuff. These
man.
are real fans, right? And he was also saying, like, we know this, but if you've never been to a con, come, because it's the kind of thing where it's so surreal to see the people that you watched on TV, especially as a
Yes.
kid, right? And now like people can watch it. I don't know. I don't think it's on Netflix, but Degrassi is on
I'm
TV.
sure it's probably somewhere like streaming
You can
service
see it somewhere,
Probably
right?
on YouTube. I know you can buy them
Oh.
on DVD
Yeah.
and all
So
that
kids,
stuff. So
another generation are watching.
the next generation, there's a
the-
current one that's
there's
still
so
going.
so
And
many.
isn't Snake the principal still on it?
Now, I
maybe
don't
I'm
know
just
the
gonna
n-
have to ask him.
I know he had been, but I don't know the newest.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know.
what the newest episodes
Yeah.
are.
I
Like,
know Joey
right?
showed up at one point too. I'm sure.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
he
sure
was
most
in
of them
it.
did, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
For the first couple of
He
seasons
was
of
a
the
car
next generation.
salesman,
Yeah.
I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
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 So he tells, and I'm sure the others are just like him in the fact that they tell such great stories, right? And it's just so surreal. And the news, the cool thing is,
Yes.
FANatics will be doing the Q&A with them in
There you
the
go.
panel. So I did do it with Pat last year, and that's how I practiced his name, Pat Mastriani.
Yeah.
Pat Mastriani. He was teaching me how to say it. But yeah, they said that I will be doing it again, and I'm thrilled. I couldn't be happier because it's a fun part of my, I want to say childhood, but I wasn't that young.
Yeah.
Although I don't want to say how old I am. But
I think I was in grade
30
7 and
years.
8 when we had to watch Degrassi Junior High as part of social studies.
You had to watch it? That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, and the
Yeah, hard
teacher's
day at
name was
school,
Miss
watching
TV.
Kiss. That was her name, Miss Kiss.
Miss
And
Kiss?
yeah, the name didn't
No.
match the look. Definitely not. I didn't
Oh.
want to kiss her. She was a typical old like.
Hope she's listening.
oh boy.
I'm gonna be honest. She's
Ironic.
probably still not with us anymore.
Oh.
She was an older lady.
That's
so
your perception when you were that age, though. She's probably like 50.
she was probably 60. I want to say she was at
Oh.
least 60. So,
Okay.
and that was
She's
a
probably
long time
60
ago.
now.
No, she's gonna. Well, then she'll be in her 90s then, or pushing 100. So if she is good
Okay.
on her, Miss Kiss, way to go. If not, rest in peace, Miss Kiss. Anyway, so yeah, and
But
we'd have
yeah.
to write like a little synopsis of what we learned from each episode.
It was, you know what, it was a great show and it's timeless. And if you watch the newer ones, they recycle the series.
Yes,
they recycle
yes.
it, but not in a way that you go, ugh, again.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
I've
a
seen
modern
this. Yeah.
telling of
Whatever's-
bullying. Obviously, it's cyberbullying now, whereas before it
Exactly.
was like pushed in a locker
Yeah.
bully.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, oh,
and
yeah.
That's terrible.
Wedgies.
Like, yeah. But
Yeah.
then the other thing he suggested is to go on their Facebook page to the Degrassi tours, because then you'll really get an idea of the selfies and the pictures and the videos and the fun that you can have. So if you've never been to a con, you should totally do it, especially if you know these guys. And who
Perfect.
doesn't?
Yes,
I don't
they're-
know.
We're not if you're Canadian, you know
You
the
know.
Degrassi
Oh, yeah.
brand for sure.
Yeah, they seem like a fun bunch.
They really are. They really are.
That's awesome. Well, we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to talk about what's new on Blu-ray and on demand and what's new in the film biz. What's, top 5. And, some weird news about the Han Solo movie. So we'll talk about that when we come back right here on Pop Culture on News Talk 1290 CJBK.
All right.
Cool.
What's this? Ask me. Hey, colleagues. Shut that down. Woo! Woo!
Practicing for Ric Flair.